If I could see the harm, I'd be very anxious to correct the harm. My problem is I don't see harm.
Perplexed by questions about his involvement with the SNC-Lavalin affair, former Supreme Court Justice John Major raises his own.
The judge is retired. He's now a lawyer. He's asked for a legal opinion, and he gives a legal opinion. I mean, what causes the anxiety?
Major was named along with former Supreme Court Justice Frank Iacobucci in this week's bombshell ethics report. They were sought by SNC-Lavalin to provide legal advice to avoid criminal prosecution. Former Chief Justice Beverly McLaughlin was approached by both SNC and the Prime Minister's office. Jody Wilson-Raybould sought out a retired justice of her own. Thomas Cromwell advised her on the limits of solicitor-client privilege. While none of this is illegal, this expert says the problem is perception.
The important line between independent judges and the world of politics seems to be blurred a little bit. While they are no longer on the court, I think a lot of people would see them as still being representative of the court.
He says justices working after leaving the bench is a relatively recent phenomenon.
I think many of them are not wanting to simply sit around in the rocking chair kind of approach to retirement.
The Canadian Judicial Council is examining what, if any, employment judges should engage in after they retire. Major agrees that retired Supreme Court justices shouldn't appear in court, but says a ban on practicing law would go too far.
Say to a retired judge, you should be a mute, seems to me to be a little extreme.
That's the bigger consideration the Judicial Council will have to weigh as it prepares to issue new ethical guidelines for judges next year. Olivia Stefanovic, CBC News, Ottawa.